Alright everybody, welcome to what is hopefully going to be a fun matchup that we got. We got EO going against DE as well, and we'll get some stats on the board, hopefully. There we go. AALX sitting at the number 3 seed, Symphony sitting at the number 4 as well here. And well, this is a battle for the bronze. This is for 3rd place. Both these teams going to go fighting at it, going to go toe-to-toe, and I forgot if I introduced myself or not, to be honest with you. This is the wonderful Trigg for this first matchup here. Well, Hal finding one on the point. A couple more shots going out as well. It does look like EO for the right now having P2 size. Not quite the time, but hey, that's fine. You keep them off P1, you keep it relatively even. It's P2. That's where the money is. You can see some rotations coming in as well, especially number 8 coming around the back. Oh, maybe you catch one. Maybe you don't. No, you do. Maybe. No, you don't. You tried. But just can't quite connect the shot that you need. Death, though, coming around the back. Finds a nice free pick. Unfortunately, the trade is going to be there, or fortunately, depending on which side you're rooting for here. But nonetheless, still, P2 time going the way of AALX so far. Bacon gets cut down, and well, against that big rotational play, I mean, we saw that on the back. I mean, that was huge picking up the P2. You didn't have P1. P2 spawns right off the bat, Alpha P1. You rotate over, you win the opening gunfights, you find yourself seated on this hill for now. Alright, sorry about that. We are now back once again. Apple hops up, a nice, oh, maybe not a pick. Well, your teammate finds one, you helped out with it, but you're able to find one more all on your own. And Apple starting the transition along with some teammates as well. You have some backup. You really got to push for it. Apple's going to fall. No one else really around for the rotation, so right now it's a little bit of free time, if you will. Bacon able to eliminate one. Go through the front, a little bit of a battle, but hey, this is some nice free time. Not really big challenges, you know, little trickles here and there. Eventually, now some white time comes in. It's a little bit of a 1v1 on the point up top, though. Bacon will fall. That is going to be 3 in the feed for AALX. Apple once again. Oh, you need to land those shots, but the contest comes through. You have the backup. Yes, you do actually have the support on that left side. You just need to focus on the right and front, and well, just like that, another clean wipe, and it is hard. You're just going up against a brick wall. For the side of EO. Find one sliding in. Not really going to be much. No real trades. I think Crystal's going to get taken down from the back. Okay, well, eventually someone's got to find a kill. There we go. I don't know, is there some blind spot or what that was? That was a funky engagement. It's always weird. Timing is one of those things where it's... POV Codcaster. I feel like Superman with X-ray vision. Oh, that's an unfortunate RCXD explosion. Team kill comes through. The number 2 chilling in the back. You're just waiting for your teammates to push, and this is kind of one of those moments where you wait for that call out to be made. You start to rotate up top. Teammate trying to push through the back now. You have a nice wide open flank. One goes down. Maybe you find a second in the corner. No. Gets cut down. Climb in the back. A nice pick. And you should secure spawns, I think, at the very least. One's going to be in the right, looking for the kill, and you get it done with a pistol. We're kind of shut out a little bit on that P3, but you bring it back in P4. Just a bit. And another big wave of kills going the way of Symphony. And Frosted Tips going up against one on the P1. Unfortunately, the nade maybe not quite the best, but you're able to back away behind the couch. You find one, I think, a little bit unsuspecting, if you will. But nonetheless, still nice kills, and now you start to push forward, get some time. You have a nice little flank here. You kind of get a 2-2 split, if you will. Maybe not quite a 2-2 split. Bacon just at least happening to be on the bottom bed and allowing that pinch to happen. Lime falls on the hill. Death falls top cat. Howell backs away, and that is a nice back away as well. You just don't overcommit. You know you need to play your life on P2, and that's nice. That's what you like to see. Discipline. Apple doing work on the hill. Eventually does get taken down by Lime here. Lime tries to push it, does get taken down. It's not an easy road to P1. You do have to cross quite a bit of an opening. But P2 now popping up. It's about a 50-point gap. Really, just one big hold, one big hill. It's going to be the difference here. Symphony, though, they're still trailing. They need to start to push through. For AALX, this is kind of the position where you can really extend the lead. You can really sort of nail down the win, potentially, at least. You can't win it on this hill, but you get to a position where your opponents need to clutch up and kind of play perfect COD, but we'll see. They get a break, so that's fine. You just kind of split the hill. A little bit of damage control there, if you will. Frosted. Oh, you actually don't get the contest. I thought for sure there were going to be a contest, but it just somehow able to stay on the edge. It does decide to pop at the opportune moment to hop that hill. That's a nice break for AALX. They're also set up. You see how chilling Jacuzzi here, P1, and potentially finding one. You find one. I think he had little hit markers on another. Frosted finds a kill. VMP from the back, though, with 1 and a second. Second, really more some help. Some backup, but you're chilling behind the cushions, and they spot you. But the numbers are still there for AALX. Numbers are still there. Deaths is just going to be chilling. I mean, you're 18 and 12 right now. VMP, 26 and 10. Putting up numbers. And you can kind of see why they're in the lead there. The slaying power is on their side. Symphony, I mean, they've been doing work. They've had moments, they've had holds, but it just... AALX just stronger on the breaks. Bacon Trick finds one. A nice second as well. Say thank you. I will take that second any day of the week. Still fighting front bed. Bacon still alive. Just doing... Oh, doing some things there. It is a tough break through the front. They have to go through the back instead. But that's where you like to see the adjustments. They're saying, hey, if it's too hard to hit from the front, you rotate, you make the big flank plays. But that kind of costs you potentially, at least into P1. That's one of those things where you commit a lot of numbers. Maybe you would have liked to have that P2 spawns into P1. I don't think that might have been a sniper on the field. I don't know. Maybe some fancy AR skin. I wonder if there's a sniper on the field. That'd be pretty cool, but still. Team kill comes through. Oh, it is VMP with a sniper. A big kill through mid. Looking for another as well, potentially. Find a secondary still with the sniper in hand. Teammate's going to be on the point. VMP gets caught. I thought maybe we're going to see another big kill. It doesn't happen, but this is a long contest. Eventually, they find that player on P1. Apple, nice little turn. And while you're diving backwards, you make that call out. Bacon in the back. Yeah, that's a big kill that you needed. There was potential for a flank to push through the spawns for P2. Doesn't quite happen. Krista, though, starts to push through. Gets caught by number 7. Just not suspecting that in death. Well, living up to the name, finds another 2 on an 8 spree. You got the RCXD. Maybe you'll find a cruise, but at this point you may not need it. There's only a few more seconds left, and there you go. That is the map 1 coming to a close. 250, 148. AALX drawing first map blood. And play the game. I believe this is VMP. I know sometimes COD caches can be a little bit bugged, but I believe that is the correct player. Anyway, again, stats on the board there. Bacon 24 and 25 leading the pack on that side. On the other end, though, honestly, you got VMP 30 and 18 going off. You had Death as well, again, on that ace spree towards the end, 28 and 15. So that is the map 1. Going the way of AALX, and well, showing why they are the number 3 seed in all of this. Saying this is why we're here. This is why we're number 3. This is why we got the number 3 seed. This is why we are 5 and 5. Though over Symphony, not a huge difference. So honestly, yeah, you're looking at a 1 more win in the column for AALX throughout the season. So potentially an S&D comeback. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how things go. Certainly Skyline is one of those maps where you really need to come out hot. It is so small. It gets so mixy. You need to be on your toes. You need to be ready to go right out of the gates. But certainly towards the end of the map, even if you weren't warm, well, that is your warm-up. Now it's the blood is flowing. You're ready to go into a rewind and into the rest of the series. This is potentially where you make that big statement plays, big comeback, big potential. But we will see how that plays out. Rewind map 2 coming up. I don't know if we're ready yet for the next lobby or not. We'll see. I think we're going to send it to a little bit of a break. But when we return, it will be the map 2. It will be the rewind. And welcome back, everybody. We got a nice game on our hands once again. It is map number 2, map numero dos. Rewind, S&D. Off we go. I think there's a couple of snipers on the field as well, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see. First blood goes through. VMP finds 2. And now it's number 4 left alone. Frosted Tip sniper in hand. Unfortunately, you can't quite get the chamber all set in time, and it's round 1 going the way of AALX. It's a quick round 1 at that as well. So feel free to let me know how the sounds are doing. The sounds is in the chat as well. Should always be good, but you never know. Sometimes things can get funky. Apple, I want to see the snipe, and I get it. In the dome. First blood. A flank comes through from number 5 as well. I think VMP. You're finding one, teammates are finding another, and you're just isolated. You know where everyone is. Number 4 in a familiar spot, but Frosted finds the first pick. 1v4. This is the start of something great. I can feel it. Quick scopes. Right off the top rail. Or top ropes. Whatever. Rails, ropes, maybe you're in a train yard. It's Call of Duty. You never know where you are. And they're so spread out too. That's the thing as well for Frosted. This could go well. They really one opponent for you right now is that time. Because there's no one in sight for trades for a quick reaction. And I start to group up. They're going to need to get the bomb down. Plant starts to come through, and then, well, that is where the tides turn in this round. Not that they, I guess, maybe weren't before, but certainly now the pressure is there. Now it's on Frosted to make the move. Howell peeks out. I don't know if you see the peek. No, yeah, he does. He's going to make the call out. The need. Tossed out. You try and get a pick. Doesn't happen there. I think you're running out of time. I don't think it's happening, unfortunately, at this point. But maybe you can make a valiant last stand, go out with the bang. But you start to push through to the back. Oh, maybe get the wrap. You find one. You take down one. Maybe you find the second as well. It's a little bit of a sniper battle, I think, here. But, oh, Frosted tries to go with the pistol, but you wasted all your shots on the first one. But it's all right. You go out putting on a little bit of a show there. And the knife comes through. Ends the round. And well, now you go up 2-1. In favor of AALX. Don't know what that stands for. But I'm sure it's something cool. VMP with maybe one, maybe not. There, yeah, you find one, you go out for the second, get the challenge. Machine pistol in hand, you find the second. They're just feeding you kills, and you're eating it up. Bacon with one with the second! And that's a nice response. That's what you like to see. Now it's Howell left alone in the 1v2. I mean, VMP, that's a nice response. Unfortunately, Bacon just extends just a little too far to the open, but the snipe comes through. And yeah, you go 1-2, and that is a round that you very much like to see. I don't know if that's an actual sight or if that's just a glitch. That little black box. We saw it yesterday in the All-Star match. I don't know. I think it's a glitch. I think it's a visual bug. I don't know if that's like all the time or if that's just in Codcaster or just in the final kill count. It's funky. It's weird. It's an odd look, but nonetheless, still we move on. I digress. Apple trying to go for a snipe. Doesn't find one. Yeah, still searching for the first blood, but Lime actually gets the first blood with the nade. VMP evens up with one. You find the second as well. And you're just so aggressive with the bomb as well. I mean, this is... Yes, the bomb carrier can sometimes be aggressive. Sometimes can be the general playmaker. Because, you know, you're the bomb. You're got to be the guy really calling the shots. Apple with a nice little snipe there. And, well, just like that, now 3-1. You get your mojo back a little bit. You get a little bump in the road in the round 3, but you don't let that phase you. Instead, you just hit the gas again. Well, we'll see how things fare. Really, it's just... You're looking for Krista for the first kill on one side. You're looking for death on the other. I wouldn't say it's completely out of realm. Oh, Death finds first kill. That's what you like to see. VMP, he drops. Krista finds one as well, and well, just like that. I was saying you're looking for one to maybe step it up to to really have some dominance in the map instead of trading somewhat. But just like that, find some kills on the board. Now it's a 1v1. Death on a 2 spree now versus Bacon Chick, who's on a 2 as well. It's really a 1v1. Just who's going to get the timing, and it's looking like it's going to be Bacon. Bacon gets the timing, puts out an early shot, but you don't turn around with a sniper. You don't have the reaction. Can't do a 360. With that now, 2-3. I would have loved a 360. It ain't easy sometimes, or a 180, I guess. One of the two. I know they make it look easy in the clips. Trust me, it's not. It is not easy. He's cool though. Nonetheless, still we move on. 3-2 now. We kind of reached the midway point for AALX, and I would say they have been in the driver's seat, but I don't think they want to get too distracted. But VMP just slides in, just muzzle stuffs one. Finds a second. Maybe you see the third as well. Sniper in hand. Well, there you go. You get some help for your teammate. Finds the kill. Now it's number 1 Lime left in the 1v3. You would have loved to see a pick on your way out. Evacuating that B site. Doesn't happen, but you wrap, and it actually could be a decent wrap. You find one. You see the second. I don't think you know that there's the third there. Well, coming in for the knife. You unfortunately can't get the kill. And I guess sometimes... it's okay to bring a knife to a gunfight. VMP, I mean, just no fear at all. Just goes for it. Just sends it. No caution at all. Now 4-2. I mean, it's looking a little bit on the scary side for Symphony. You're down 0-1 in the series. You'll want to see the S&D when you've had some decently good rounds. But AALX, just everyone having their moments popping off and in big ways as well. I mean, it's VMP for the most part. Somehow you get away with a knife. Your teammates find a kill. Trays go down. Now a 2v2. VMP off the board. That is a big, big threat off the board. I think that's really where EO has found success. Is when you take down VMP, you slow down the map a little bit. You start to readjust. It's a little bit of a flank. Your players on both ends of B here. Apple with the sniper hops over. Shots ring out. Bacon left alone. You can't find the kill. Instead of Howell, I think we'll find 2. You close out that round now. It's 5-2. One more round. And the S&D goes the way of AALX. Symphony, you're there. Again, you're in a 2v2. You just need to have the ice. And some of the timing as well, honestly. S&D, big timing game. Or timing mode is. Ooh, you see one, you get the info. Teammate finds one. I don't think Bacon saw number 5 wrap, and that maybe doesn't matter anymore as your teammate goes down in Burger. Never mind, a nice check. Bacon plays with the info. Apple with the sniper in hand tries to do a kill. Doesn't happen. Now a 2v2 once more. VMP off the map. So again, another one where it's a 2v2. VMP, the big threat off the board. So you have Howl at 11-3 as well. So slowly also gaining some momentum. But honestly, I think you just play for the retake at this point, and it's going to be B, so they're going to have to for the side of EO. Apple the sniper. He sees one, puts out a shot, doesn't land, sort of predicted a challenge. Doesn't come through. You at least have the info for one. I don't know if you have the info for the second as well. Number 2, potentially. The RCXD. Hold on, both get into B. They find the RCXD user, and yeah, the RCXD didn't find any information, didn't find any kills after that as well. Frosted, someone needs to get a kill. I thought Frosted maybe was going to hop it, rely on his teammate to get the kill. Apple tries to, yeah, you think he gets it. He does the job done, what he needs to do for Apple. There's no time for the defuse. You're playing with the clock, you're playing with my heart. And just like that, I thought Frosted was going to hop it, and Apple knew that he needed to hop it. That is the big play, unfortunately, for Frosted. You hop off, you sense that threat. It is certainly an instinct to hop off bomb, but it's that time. The clock. Sometimes it's your biggest enemy. But 6-2 will be the map 2. That is going to be the scoreline. AALX taking it in pretty comfortable fashion. Whoops. We'll get it. There we go. We'll get the right map image there. But there you go. That is the map 2 now. DE up. Now 2-0 in the series. Map 3. They are looking to end it here. They're looking to make it quick, but again, we saw moments in the rewind. You know, that final round there certainly was a round that Symphony could have extended it. You know, just there's little small moments, but DE playing with the timing just a little bit, maybe more versed in some of the sort of the quick last second decisions, split second decisions, I guess. You make the right calls, you make the right plays. You get it done and well into a vault control. A little bit of an interesting map. It's one of those where you can be really explosive, it can be really quick, a lot of action, but then, you know, once you get down to lives, control in general, but also on vault, it can be very, very slow, especially on the outside, because you can either go for a flank play to be all the way through that left side, flanking all the way behind, and then kind of try and take that top art position, or you play on the street side, just try and full hit it, and you just hope you win the gunfight against the player in top art, and, you know, sometimes lingering around that bottom secret area as well. But we are loading up into the next map. Map number 3 coming up here, and well, it's a now or never moment for Symphony, really. You just need to put the pieces together. It's there. I think there's potential. You have moments. But AALX, they have just been one step ahead. And off we go now. Map number 3. What could be the end? Or it could be the start of something great. VMP walks away with the first blood. Number 4 finds the trade. You're looking to push into the zone as well. It doesn't happen. Krista finds one. There's going to be one off to that right side as well. And lights, oh, maybe you find the kill. Unfortunately, it does not happen. No one really quite yet touching the zone, and yeah, you find one in the zone, and this is huge. Yeah, Bacon, you win the gunfight up front, and that is nice. You see the 2-stack, potentially a 3-stack as well. Krista drops to the front, but that's info, but death through the back. A big wrap. You get the kills that you need. I thought maybe they were going to at least get the first tick of progress. It does not happen, but you transition over to B, and I think that's the call. Based on the spawns that you had, you start to push over towards B, and, you know, arguably, honestly, B can be the harder of the two zones to get. So if you can get a tick or two on B, you start to set yourselves up into a better spot. Obviously, if you take the B zone, I would say you're in a prime position to win the round, but unfortunately, once again, just like A, you're just a sliver away from securing a tick of progress. The kills start to come through. Chris is going to see one. And he just top scaff there, unfortunately. The wrap is there. Frosted tips. I don't know if you see the player off behind the truck. You don't. Again, X-ray vision. You gotta love it as a caster. You gotta hate it as a player. And it's looking like the time is going to be ticking down, and this should be in the round. 7 lives to 20. AALX just doing work so far in the control, but it's a last-second contest on B. This is your heroic play. This is your big moment to maybe start to dig yourself out of that round. It doesn't happen, unfortunately. Not enough reinforcements in time. A clock. Sometimes it is that 5th player on the map in the 4v4 CDL matchups. Whoops. My bad. I was on the wrong page on my stream deck. There we go. I'm trying to fix the scoreboard for y'all. Still, Krista finds the first blood. Man-for-man trade in response. How on the zone finds one, and that is what you'd like to see if you are a fan of AALX. That is a nice wipe. Again, you didn't find the first blood. Would have loved to have seen it. That would have been the icing on top, but you'll still take the kills that you need. You have a nice little stack. Some players from EO start to trickle in. Bacon with 1, with 2. Now you're looking for the 3rd as well. You get it done. I think some help, some distraction from your teammate. You're looking for the 4th. You're looking for an ace and a control. I don't know how you do that, but apparently it's possible. But the A zone is going to be cleaned up. It's going to be done. VMP YYing like he's Kenny. I was going to say Optic Kenny, but he's not on Optic anymore. We got pro player VMP. YYing with the FFAR. He's doing trick shots. 10 and 6 on a 2 streak right now. And yeah, the nice route. This is unfortunately, well, there you go. That's a kill. It's an unfortunate position to find yourself in if you're in something. The top R position, and VMP knows it, and I know he does, that this is crucial. You need to have that the top position. You don't necessarily need it for a win. You certainly can't have your opponent in it, because it could be some big problems here. VMP, you block spawns. You're able to pop up if need be and take care of this player on the zone, though it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Death instead going to be finding that kill. Number 2, really potential to make a big play. Unfortunately, gets chopped down. Krista, though, finds 1. Still on the contest. The nade, though, is going to hit. Blow you to bits. And this should be about it. There's really maybe one last-ditch effort. One last-ditch attempt. The flank gets caught. Apple dealing with the player up front. Maybe you find the kill. Maybe not. Eventually, the kills are done. Death in a 1v1. Basically, a little bit of support, but you lose the fight. How they're still in the contest, and the kills come through. VMP is just going to be chilling still at the top. Yeah, you have the spawns, but you need to get the zone. It is 3 players stacked. That is quite a few players down, and you're still holding on to the zone for now. I think it's a sniper on the field as well. I'm with one, looking for the second, but ooh, death with the snipe. Running death from above. VMP eventually is now going to be called upon. Does start to get active. Gets the knife kill on 2. Apple can't quite get onto the zone. I want to see a snipe from death, though. That's what I want to see. Yeah, I think maybe you see one, maybe you don't. Certainly now you do in a moment. No, it doesn't matter. The zone's capped. It goes to round 2 now. It is AALX. Prime position to take the series here. I want to see something with the sniper. SVD. I can't remember if that's a sniper or not, to be honest with you. I play with no snipers. I'm bad at that. Oh, it is a sniper! Yes, there we go. The kill. Would have left it on the first shot, but hey, the second shot's not bad. First one, you're just zoning in, you know? You're just a warning shot, if you will. Right, you get another kill, and looking for the second, the third, something, unfortunately gets caught. And that is a nice wave of kills. Going the way of EO. And Bacon again getting aggressive. And this is, I think, really what you need. You need to be aggressive. You need to draw the attention of AALX. Let your team hop the zone. So you're not, again, walking away with a point. Someone needs to hop it. Frosted Tips just in the back right now. Watching overhead. A bit of a presence comes through. They know the player's Hal's going to be in the back. Playing top cat now. Hop in, you find one. You're looking for the second, but you don't have the ammo. Death is still chilling. I mean, looking for one, maybe. Yes, you get it done. You slide out. You're able to stay alive for now. And there's 20 lives to 13 right now. EO right now, I mean, really a position they have not quite seen themselves in the control here. Up in the life count, though that team kill, unfortunately, possibly more damage. Apple with a good kill. Apple with a nice second. The SMG in hand as well, just shooting straight. VMP with the sniper. Maybe you find a kill, maybe you don't. You find a hit marker. You get one kill. You're looking for the second. There you go. On a 3 spree, 19 and 12. Oh, you get taken down. Through the back. Oh, no, sorry, not secret, I guess. More towards the front. The A zone is capped, though. You're looking for the B zone. It's not looking like it's going to happen, though. It's now 7 lives to 9. The tide has now shifted once more in the favor of AALX. They gain control on the map. EO going to be in the back spawn, unfortunately. Not the position you want to be in, but there is an RCXD now on the field. Bacon gets dealt with. Lime with the RCXD. Just going to be driving around. Going to be trilling. Maybe you can pop it out. Maybe you can find a nice kill. I think running out of time maybe with the RCXD. VMP with 1 snipe kill. Only a few more seconds left. Ah, you whiffed the second shot. You can't quite gun off another one. But it doesn't matter. The time limit is going to be reached. That is now a 3-0 control, and well, that finishes a 3-0 series. And Bacon once again lining up at 23 and 17. Though on the other end, yeah, Death. I mean, he popping off with the sniper a little bit there. 25 and 14 to lead his squad. VMP having some fun with the knife there as well. And that will conclude. The map 3. AALX saying, hey, we were the number 3 seed. And we are deserved of the 3rd place spot. That will, I believe, finish off their series, getting the bronze medal as they take it in a 3-0 fashion. And they're coming up next as well. I think we got finals basically, so it's a battle for the first and the second best squads in here. And well, again, DE showing up as the 3rd, so you know what, you're looking at the top 2 squads, you're going, oh, that's scary. That is going to be a battle for the ages coming up next. But for this series as well, we'll go through a little bit of a recap before we set up the next. I mean, you see 3-0 from DE, AALX, and the Skyline opening up hot. They had decent back and forth with Symphony, but it's really that second half, or the second set of rotations and beyond, really where AALX really found their form, got the rotations, big plays out of them. Symphony really just playing catch-up throughout that map after that point. And well, in the rewind, the Surge, it was back and forth a little bit in the beginning, but it's just the final 2-3 rounds there. AALX just clutch up in big rounds and some 2v2s and making some big plays, finish that off. And well, in the control, DE still in the driver's seat. They kept the momentum going. And Control is one of those ones where you either like absolutely super slay, or with the team, you just have really good chemistry. And well, again, Symphony, they had moments, but ultimately I think for AALX, I think they had the reps. They had the idea of what they were looking to do and able to execute it as well. With that is going to be a series that is going to wrap this up. Again, we have another one coming up, so stay... Maybe stay here? I don't know. We'll send it to a little bit of a break, and then I don't know when we're going to get the next series going. But make sure to be ready for that matchup when that does ultimately pop up.